I would like to call this meeting on October 13th to order. If you will please join us for the moment of silent meditation. Now we'll do the Pledge of Allegiance.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America, to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Bill, would you please share our mission?
I will. Our mission is to guide students to become informed, engaged citizens and curious lifelong learners.
Thank you. Jeff, you can do Students of the Month.
Thank you. When I call your name, if you could come up and stand on that red square, and then I'll read what your teacher wrote about you. So let's start with Rowan Kearns, kindergarten to Model Elementary. I would like to nominate Rowan Kearns in K4 for Student of the Month. When she first started kindergarten, Rowan was shy, timid, and hesitant to try new things. Over time, she has blossomed into a confident, kind, and responsible student. Rowan is always willing to help others, shows kindness to her classmates, and approaches each day with a positive attitude. It's been a joy to watch her grow. She truly demonstrates what it means to be Student of the Month. Congratulations, Rowan. Props for you. Who came with you tonight? Shy. Next slide, Blakely Souza, kindergarten, Wheatfield. Blakely was chosen as Student of the Month because she exhibits many positive characteristics. She is kind, helpful, responsible, and respectful. Blakely is always willing to help friends in need, sets a good example for her fellow classmates. She always tries her best, and does it all with a smile. I'm so proud of Blakely and blessed to be her teacher.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay, with you tonight. Who'd you bring with you? Mom? Ian Dieter, 4th grade. Ian has shown responsibility each day in the classroom by looking after himself, his classwork, and his workspace. He always comes prepared for the day, makes thoughtful choices, and sets a positive example for his classmates. Ian takes pride in completing his assignments carefully and on time, and he shows respect by keeping his area neat and organized. His consistency, focus, and positive attitude make him a role model for responsibility in our school community. Congratulations. Bring with you tonight. All right, thank you. Blake Owen, 6th grade. Blake is new to us at Kankakee Valley Middle School, but he is no stranger to our school community, especially his peers in 6th grade. KVMS administrators have selected Blake to be our Student of the Month because we have watched and noticed Blake as he has worked hard to make his transition into middle school a great one. He's always willing to engage in conversation with adults and is easy to talk to. Blake is always seen carrying a book and reading when he has a moment to spare. He is trying out band for the first time. We are proud of his hard work and commitment to being a better student. Congratulations, Blake. At KVMS, we love you and care about you, and we are here to help you succeed. Congratulations.
Oh, shoot.
Bring with you tonight.
My parents.
All right, thank you. Jessa Davis.
We basically don't even have to pay for it.
She is also not afraid to challenge my teaching if she believes she has another idea that would also deserve merit. I appreciate this visit often. Turns a one-sided lesson to a classroom conversation where other students follow just as initiative. Congratulations. Very good.
My mom.
All right.
Thank you, grandmother.
Tuplaco. Mathematics. Duke is a very dedicated student who consistently puts forth his best effort. He demonstrates a high level of self-motivation, is always prepared for class, and consistently submits high-quality work. He has also selflessly taken the time on several occasions to voluntarily help other students in class who may have been struggling with the material. In addition, Duke participates in several extracurricular activities outside of the classroom. For example, he's a member of the KVHS boys tennis team. He also participates in a travel baseball league outside of school and will be a part of the KVHS baseball team in the spring. In addition, he is a member of the Business Professionals of America. He has demonstrated that he is able to effectively balance these activities with his academic responsibilities. Congratulations. Did you bring with you?
My mom, my dad, and my sister.
Ashley Stasny. Hunter Munoz. Hunter is an excellent student in government while also participating in several extracurricular activities. Hunter is a freshman mentor and a member of the National Honor Society. Hunter also plays on our baseball and tennis teams. Congratulations. You're welcome to stay for the rest of our meeting, but you are also welcome to leave if you.
Thank
Thank you. Thanks for coming down. Thank Good, how are you?
You guys are gonna send me.
She misses you guys.
What's up, Captain? How's it going?
Good, how are you?
I have to still climb up there.
Yeah. All right,
Thank you.
See you guys, a big part of today.
Back to you.
Thank you. See ya. Okay, sorry. All right, at this time, we have public participation. Attendees must register their intention to participate by completing the provided forms upon arrival and 5 minutes before the meeting. The completed form must be submitted to the presiding officer at least 5 minutes prior to the start of the meeting. Patrons must be recognized by the presiding officer and will be requested to preface their comments with an announcement of their name, address, and group affiliation, if and when appropriate. Each statement will be limited to 3 minutes in duration. No participation may speak more than once on the same topic unless others who wish to speak on that topic have been heard. All statements shall be directed to the presiding officers. No person may address or question board members individually or speak about specific personnel. Patrons may only speak once. Total public participation is limited to 30 minutes unless extended by a vote of the board. All right, now we have Aubrey Van Meter.
Do I need to preface what I'm?
I'm sorry, I didn't hear what she said.
Do I have to preface or no? You said like.
I mean, you have to say your name and your address and then just under 3 minutes of whatever your concern is.
Hey, my name's Aubrey Van Meter. My address is 11587 West Street. On August 22nd, my daughter attended the barrel game at Rensselaer, a long-standing KV tradition. They returned home saying that even though KV lost, it was the most fun they've ever had at a KV athletic event. 26 days later, on September 17th, start of AP government, my daughter's photo from the evening was queued up on the teacher's computer, put up in front of her entire class. She was questioned about the clothing that she was wearing at the event. She was asked how her father felt about her leaving the house dressed the way that she was. She was asked who took the photo and how she let someone take her photo dressed like that. Her teacher called out a fellow coworker in an assumptive and accusatory manner. The coworker has been doing a wonderful job on my dad in helping to grow the KV student culture, something KV's needed for some time. Students were caught off guard. Her teacher was excited to bring the photo up again in the following class period. The next morning, my husband and I went to KV to speak with administrators. The following day, my daughter was stressed. She felt guilt, a reason why many kids don't come forward. She felt empathy towards another young girl and the effect that the reported incident would invoke. But she knew that what happened to her in front of her peers wasn't right. The adult in the government class felt zero if those things and considered nothing. On September 29th, I was called by the administrator and told the teacher would be returning on the following Monday. There was no one else on staff qualified to teach the remainder of the course because it was dual credit. Her options were limited. Stay in the class, drop the class, take a course through Plato, take an online government class in January. She wanted the credit, she had to stay. On October 2nd, I asked if we could compromise. My daughter should not be denied her right to an education she deserves, and she should be able to accomplish that without having to be in the same room as her harasser. I asked if it were possible to have all materials, lectures, and assignments posted, but was told no. Butts in seats. The last 6 weeks of my students' hard work, all for naught. It was also implied that she doesn't need the credits anyway. Ranked 25th in her class, 4.15 GPA. All coursework honors, AP, or advanced. My husband and I were told conflicting things by our administrator. The first thing that the teacher didn't do anything wrong, he broke no rules. It was even referred to as a mistake, which is a gross misrepresentation. When just a week later, on October 2nd, I sat in the same room with my daughter and that administrator, and the first words were, "I'm sorry this happened to you. It was wrong." Upstanding young ladies, role models, high honor roll students, athletic council members, 4.0 GPAs or higher, at a crucial time in their senior year on a final educational push, currently in the process of applying for their next chapter, college. Our daughters were merely collateral damage. It's not lost on me that 3 sets of parents are much easier to pacify than 50 more sets of parents. I am disappointed and sad for our daughters. I would like to request an apology, not just to my daughter, both classes. I would like an acknowledgement of wrongdoing. It takes a lot to admit when you're wrong, especially in a room full of young people. What occurred was premeditated. I've been told this is not the first time. I have been told to be careful and watch my back. Our daughters were used to push a political agenda of which there is no room for that in a classroom setting. I've heard things along the lines of, well, that's just how they are and that's just how it goes. That's just not how we are. It's my duty as a KVSC employee, a parent, and a coach to stand up for the kids in our community. What occurred on that classroom on September 17th was wrong. And when you vote later on an early retirement that I hope is not voluntary, that's a start. But please know that that's not enough. Thank you.
Thank you for having me.
Thank you.
At this time, I don't have any others. Mr. Sherry.
Okay, we will go into a public hearing on proposed lease agreement and additional appropriation.
That's me. Sorry.
So
Okay, the next item on our agenda is for the board to hold a lease and additional appropriation hearing in connection with the proposed bond project. If you are interested in speaking at the hearing, please make sure you have signed the sign-in sheet. Do I keep going when no one's here or?
you could, you want me to take it from here?
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay.
Then Mike, we
The
don't have.
notice for this hearing was published as legally required per Indiana Code 20-47-3. Before a school corporation may enter into a lease with a nonprofit building corporation, the school corporation must conduct a hearing regarding the execution of a proposed lease agreement and whether the rental to be paid to the leaser building corporation under the proposed lease is a fair and reasonable rental for the proposed improvements. Before a school corporation can appropriate any dollars it directly received as bond proceeds, it must conduct a hearing on those proceeds for the additional appropriations of those funds. Now, a little background concerning the proposed project. In March of 2023, Barton Cove Architects and Engineering presented a comprehensive facility study of our buildings. The Kankakee Valley School Corporation has been updating items based on the study. Working with our maintenance and custodial departments, additional items have been identified that need immediate attention. The proposed renovation of and improvements to the school facilities include roofing improvements, deferred maintenance improvements such as window replacements, mechanical, electrical, and plumbing improvements, HVAC improvements, electrical improvements, communication improvements, masonry improvements, safety and security improvements, site improvements, and the purchase of technology and equipment. Collectively, it's all called the project. There is no building of anything from the ground up. It's renovation to the current items that we have. So at this time, we would entertain an opportunity for public comment. So was it anyone signed the sheet?
No, that's correct.
Is there anyone wish to speak? I thought that was almost a yes. So being no one speaking, will later tonight, we'll consider the following resolutions. The first resolution is a resolution authorizing execution of lease as required by Indiana Code 2047-3. After a lease hearing, the school board must approve the lease agreement and authorize the school board officers to execute such a lease. This lease is the agreement whereby the school corporation will levy the required property tax to pay the lease payments throughout the life of the bond issued. The lease payments will be paid to the building corporation and used to pay the bondholders to repay the proposed bonds. Second is an additional appropriations resolution. The additional appropriation resolution outlines the appropriation of funds received for the sale of certain school facilities to the building corporation, where portions of the proposed projects will be constructed. The resolution also specifies that any such funds will be placed in a school corporation construction account, separate from all other school corporation funds and spent only on the projects, since the appropriation will be from bond proceeds. Third is a resolution approving the building corporation. The next resolution approving the building corporation is a resolution approving the formation of a building corporation, basically for federal tax purposes. The fourth resolution is assigning bids and contracts. At the bond closing, the building corporation will own facilities where the renovations work will be completed. The building corporation will also be the issuer of the bonds. As a result, certain contracts may need to be with the building corporation because the building corporation will hold the money to pay the contractors. The school corporation receives the bids and or contracts and awards the bids and or contracts under state law, but then retains the right to assign those bids and or contracts to the building corporation for payment at the discretion of the board. The fifth resolution is authorizing the third supplement to master continuing disclosure undertaking and issuance of bonds. This resolution satisfies the Security and Exchange Commission requirement that a school corporation enter into a continuing disclosure undertaking agreement if it issues bonds to public investors. The agreement requires that the school corporation agree to timely provide certain financial information and provide notice of certain material events if and when they occur. And we'll vote on those later this evening. Moving on then is the approval of minutes and claims. We ask for your approval for the minutes of the September 8th, 2025 board meeting and executive session.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Jeff, all in favor, 7-0.
We ask for your approval of the corporation claims and payroll.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Dan, all in favor, 7-0.
some report items. Congratulations to sophomore Jenna Walker for breaking her own school record cross country at the Harrison Invitational with a time of 17:26.5. On Saturday, October 4th, the Marching Cougars and the Color Guard traveled to Crown Point High School to perform in the Indiana State School Music Association's Marching Festival competition and came out earning gold ratings from all three judges. One judge was 0.5 away from a perfect score. The marching band also earned special recognition in visual achievement for their execution of their marching formations, and they were 0.5 away from earning music achievement. Excellent season to the Marching Cougars and Color Guard. And you can see the show, the Marching Show 007 will be on senior night, October 17th. The Indiana Department of Homeland Security awarded Kankakee Valley School Corporation $92,500 for the Secured School Safety Grant. The matching grant will assist with the cost of our school resource officers. Might also add, no one received the full amount this year because of the number of school corporations applied in the funds available from the state. And the Indiana Association of School Principals, in partnership with Riley Children's Foundation, recognizes Kankakee Valley School Corporation for its different fundraising events to raise at least $1 per student enrolled in the school corporation, becoming a kids caring and sharing school corporation. So congratulations, and we appreciate the leadership of our principals and our student bodies for that. And then all schools have completed and submitted their school improvement plans. Moving on to employment actions and items. We have one retirement. We ask that you accept this retirement.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Tim, all in favor, 7-0.
Under resignations, we ask that you accept the resignations as listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Bill, second by Jill, all in favor, 7-0.
Under leaves, we ask that you approve the leave request as listed.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Jill, all in favor, 7-0.
Under ECAs, we do have 3 votes, just in case of possible conflicts of interest or the perception of that. First, we recommend several ECA recommendations for our administrators, mostly dealing with athletics.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Bill, all in favor, 7-0.
Next, we recommend Brett Walter as an 8th grade boys basketball coach for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Dan, second by Jill, all in favor, 6-0-1, which would be Bill is abstaining.
Next, Mike Sampson as a girls junior varsity basketball coach for the 25-26 school year.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Bill, all in favor. That's 6-0-1. Katie's abstaining.
Under employment action, employment under certified, we recommend your approval for the certified recommendations as listed. So moved.
Second.
Moved by Tim, second by Katie, all in favor, 7-0.
All right, under classified, we will take 2 votes as well. First, 1 through 4, we recommend for your approval.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Bill, second by Dan, all in favor, 7-0.
Next, we recommend Michelle Sampson at the middle school for server cook.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Dan, all in favor. You're abstaining. 6-0-1, Katie is abstaining.
Transfer, we ask for your approval on the transfer request.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Bill, second by Katie, all in favor, 7-0.
We have no old business. Under new business, We would ask that there be a motion. We ask for your approval that tonight that you conducted a public hearing on the proposed lease agreement in between a nonprofit corporation organized to the Indiana Code from 1991 and Indiana Code 2047-3, the building corporation. And you heard 0 patrons object to the project.
So
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Dan, all in favor, 7-0.
Now, with the resolutions that I had read earlier to you, we would recommend that you approve resolution 2025-19, authorizing execution of lease agreement and sale of real estate.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Katie, all in favor, 7-0.
We recommend your approval of resolution 2025-20, additional appropriations.
So moved.
second,
Moved by Bill, second by Dan, you got that one, right?
I think Jeff got it.
They were both saying, okay,
Yep.
Bill and then Jeff seconded, all in favor, 7-0.
We recommend your approval of resolution 2025-21, approving the building corporation.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Dan, second by Bill, all in favor, 7-0.
We recommend your approval of resolution 2025-22, assigning construction bids and contracts.
so moved,
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Katie, all in favor, 7-0.
We'd ask for your approval on resolution 2025-23, approving third supplement to master continuing disclosure undertaking and issuance of bonds.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Tim, all in favor, 7-0.
We recommend your approval to close dormant middle school ECA accounts and deposit funds into active ECA accounts per State Board of Accounts regulations and per the attachment.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Bill, second by Dan, all in favor, 7-0.
We'd recommend your approval of the Kankakee Valley Teachers Association, KVTA, to request to move to TAP Trust as a consultant for our retirement and matching annuity. KVTA would like to take the recommendation of Mr. Chris Frame from TAP Trust and move to Future Plan and Voya. And Mr. Dan Fagan has been a part of this as well. So thank you for your help. Is there anything you'd like to add, or is that everything?
I think it's a good. I think it's good. So,
Yeah.
So I'll move that.
second,
Dan, moved by Dan, second by Jeff, all in favor, 7-0.
We'd recommend to purchase 30 Dell Pro Max hours to refresh the middle school Project Lead the Way lab for Windows 11 capability.
So moved. Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Jill, all in favor, 7-0.
We recommend the Jack Lowry Group replace the carpet in the 7th grade pod at the middle school and the 6th grade classroom at DES.
So moved.
second,
Moved by Bill, second by Jeff, all in favor, 7-0.
We'd recommend to continue the partnership with Jobs for America graduates, the JAG program, and approve Ashley and Andrew as the JAG teachers for the 25-26 year pending additional paperwork.
Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Bill, all in favor, 7-0.
We'd recommend your approval for administrative leave with pay for Mr. Paul Norline from September 18th, 2025 to September 26th, 2025.
so moved,
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Tim, all in favor, 7-0.
Mr. Paul Norwine was given written notice of the preliminary decision of Principal Ryan Myers to suspend without pay for 5 workdays. The teacher initially requested an appeal conference, however, he withdrew that request. As a result, the principal's preliminary decision is considered final. Recommend to approve 5 unpaid days for Mr. Paul Norwine from September 29th to October 3rd, 2025.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Tim, all in favor? 7-0.
Under routine items, under field trips, we recommend your approval of the field trips listed.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jill, second by Bill, all in favor? 7-0.
Use of school facilities, we will take 2 votes. First is 1 through 4. We recommend your approval. So
Second.
Moved by Tim, second by Katie, all in favor? 7-0.
next vote, Cougar Pride Preschool is asking to rent the auditorium and cafeteria December 15th. We recommend your approval for this.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Jeff, second by Jill, all in favor? 6-0-1, I will abstain.
And under professional leaves, we'd ask for your approval for the professional leaves as listed.
So second.
Tim, was that you?
Yep.
Okay, moved by Tim, second by Bill, all in favor? 7-0.
That is all the items we have for our regular school board meeting.
I have a motion to adjourn, please.
So moved.
Second.
Moved by Katie, second by Jeff, all in favor? 7-0, and I have 6:31.
Chris has several documents for you all to sign, and then we'll move into a work session and then into the executive session.
And then Mr. Street, does this go to Chris or you?
We'll take them.
Or whoever, somebody makes it.
Yep. Yep, thank you. How we doing, Ryan? Good. Ryan Square.
Yeah, I think Diana's gonna come in because we have a note read for the.
Yeah. He's so short, magically appears. It's a great magic trick.
Very impressive. Did you know you could do that magic trick?
So
You said she's gonna come in and she appears. I always listen.
They worked together for a few years.
To the door.
No, you're good.
Thank you.
Tim's wishing he had a stand for his name right.
Oh, I got you. Okay.
Free copies of the same thing.
Do I sign the right that, this or that?
I don't know.
More than that.
Which is. I got a phone to work this morning and I got. My alarm go back forward, I was up and out. There was no fog at all.
Perfectly clear, what do you? Huh.
It's all divided.
The one on the right.
I drove.
There's a little bit of fun Sunday morning. Nothing's done right now. We left over here. No.
Yeah, you say.
Yeah.
You were in shit more than.
Keep forgetting where it was.
Saturday. Bradley versus where son was.
One's on there.
They played it bring back. So that's why. I don't
wanna go.
That's why.
I don't wanna say that loud. It's going, we're going, it's going.
It looked really well. It's the next.
That's
There are a lot of
really easy for them.
Now, and then turn it back on for the work session. If it's longer than a 5 minute thing, kind of where we're going now, I can always turn them off.
Sunday. I didn't break anything, but I fell off with a ladder. So I'm still,
Yeah.
my left arm still hurts.
All right, are we ready to start the work session?
Yes.
All right, first we'll start with Mike dealing with any curriculum testing items and other.
We have been busy with the iLearn at the different grade levels. Started at the middle school and the IS, and now the elementaries are working on that. They give us a window just so we are trying to get as much in and trying to meet the standards. We kind of go later in that window. But seems like it's been going fairly smooth with no hiccups. So thanks to IT for making sure all of our equipment's up to date. And that it's working. It's been pretty good so far.
You conducted sub training today as well.
Yeah, we've done a little bit of sub training. So we're trying to make sure that we keep the subs. I think since the start of the year, we've probably hired close to 17 to 20 substitutes. One has 36 out of 45 days. She had sub, so she's been busy. A couple of them are students, so they're going to college, so they're able to do it sporadically, but anything we can get is good.
Thank you.
Yep.
Questions for Mike? We'll move on to financial items with Chris.
Yeah, I have several for tonight. First one, Huntington Bank that we work with for our bonds, as well as we have a safekeeping account with them. They have sold their institutional trust business to Argent. And we still have our same agents with them. It's just called Argent now instead of Huntington. Assessed valuation came in last week. Our assessed valuation for 2026 increased 9.2% to $2,997,904,694. So because that's increased, that brings our rate down a little bit lower than it has been in recent years. We're expecting a rate under to be 79 cents or under once Department of Local Government Finance approves their budget. Enrollment was reported to the state on October 1st. Our current enrollment, as we reported, was 2,976 students. Our October 1st, 2024 enrollment was 3,045 students. So we're looking at a difference of 69 fewer students. And when we put that with a dollar figure, it will be roughly $516,000 reduction due to the declining enrollment this year. Looking ahead
With enrollment, I did provide you with a historical perspective of that.
Looking ahead to next year, if we have a kindergarten class that's the same size as this year, we would look for to our enrollment to go down again around 30 to 40 students. We have had 3 new school buses delivered since our last meeting. And we have issued a request for proposals for some student Chromebooks that will run in the newspaper on October 16th and I think it's October 23rd. And we have some financing information that we had Baker Tilly provided you. We have a copy of this. And this is similar to what it's things that we've discussed before. There is one difference. And what we've been doing is we have worked last week with our architect and engineer Spartan Co. Vilma and developed a timeline for us of when our projects will start and when they'll end. And we have different projects starting and ending in different times with this bond issue. So that creates an opportunity where we do not need all of the funding at the same time. Well, some that will start and pay off, and then we'll have others that will pay off later. So with this opportunity creates where we can issue 2 bonds for the same amount of money we talked about before instead of 1 bond. And the advantage of that is that it will save over $1.5 million over the full term. So we will be recommending that as we move forward in the bond process. The first bond will be in November 25 for $11 million. And that will be followed by a second bond issue at the end of 26, roughly a year from now, for $8,810,000. The terms of the bond will be 8 years, just like you talked about, and that's full repayment. So the first one will be 8 years, the second one will be 7 years. So they both pay off at the same time. And they'll put a step down. They have to look at the financing in 29 for borrowing future funds. I believe it's what we talked about throughout. And with what was signed tonight, that was the authorization they needed to move forward with doing the bond issues.
Chris, could you, with the reduction of our student population, student enrollment, from last year to this, could you repeat approximately how much money less we're getting?
For this school year, the 25-26 school year, it's $516,781.
Over $500,000.
Yeah.
Any questions for Chris? I have provided for you, I've emailed it to you, and I have one copy here. Softball games in Tennessee, it's something we've not done before. There's a lot of schools in Indiana that do this. Our softball coaches work with our athletic director. At least one parent has made that commitment. We will come to you as a field trip request type thing with that to get your approval for that. Did you have any questions about it or comments? I personally think it's a great experience for our kids. A lot of more high schools that are in Indiana are traveling out of state to play. I noticed the team that we drew in the football section played a team in Georgia this year. Kind of unique and different and things. Baseball teams are traveling to Tennessee and Georgia, Florida, and different things. So
I appreciated the work that was put in to present it to us and making sure every rule and stuff was followed and.
it's very well organized. I
Yeah.
appreciate the coach involved with that. Everyone will make it happen. So we'll bring that to you. I had provided to you a month ago, maybe or so, plus board dates for next year. They correspond with what we've currently been doing. The 2nd and 4th. The first meeting of the month would start at 6 and the second meeting would start at 5:30. So any comments, questions? pretty much aligned. Okay, we'll bring that for your approval earlier. And then we had brought up the Indiana School Boards Association Fall Regional Meetings on Tuesday, the 28th at Tebow's, but we have a school board meeting that night. So the options are limited to Plymouth on the 29th of October or Region 4 at the Tippecanoe School Corporation, if you wish to go. Total honesty with you, which I'm always honest with you, but really none of those dates truly work for me. So you've always done a great job with the professional development being involved, but we do have some other meetings going on, and if you can't make it, you can't make it. It's okay. You always participate in those things. So sometimes it doesn't work out, but if you want to go, let me know and we'll get you signed up. Okay. Those are all the items that I had. Chris and I had a talk. The other item I was going to bring up was enrollment, but you have that sheet. One other item I'd like to bring to your attention, and I apologize for the small print, is down at the bottom on ELL population. Is it 219 students this year? And last year we were up from that. So we've had a decrease in our ELL population as well. Also, it's interesting in talking with other superintendents and reading across the state with the Indiana School Board Association news that we get, that the kindergarten, first, second grade classes are pretty much the lowest. They're some of the lowest three classes we have. If you look at that, our junior class is our junior class. Yes, our junior class is very low as well, which has been a trend. If you kind of look up to your left and move up, it's kind of been a trend. We've added some kids at some grade levels and we lost a few. That's basically how it occurs. But talking with most school districts, you have more kids graduating than you have coming in. We had an opportunity last week. We had talked to a realtor in the area, and then we also look at data and talk to people about homes being built. There's a lot of people that are buying homes and having homes built are moving here from the north, from out of state, our neighbor to our west, and their children are grown. They're in they want to move to a quieter area where taxes are low and they do not have children. And that's kind of what's happening throughout the Midwest, everywhere. So it's kind of where we are. So we have to be careful. As Chris gave the financial, we have to prepare for this, which we've talked about. We have to have the right fit for our district. So doing the right thing for the district. Do any of you have any items for us before we move into our executive session?
I do.
Yeah.
I was curious, what's the difference between ELL totals and English language?
The ones, the ELL total, those were students that were in the program.
They're
So
still here.
they're still here, they've tested out,
Oh, okay.
where the English learners are, they're still in the program and hopefully will eventually test out.
That's because they've not reached that score yet,
Correct.
a certain score.
Good question. Thank you.
But that number is part of our down 69 kids, right? So that's almost half of what we're down.
30
looking
of
at-
those students.
30 of
Yeah,
60,
we
so
had
not
177 last year that were English learners, and this year we have 147.
30. So 30 of that 69 is there.
Either tested out or graduated.
No, you're saying.
Oh, I'm
the
saying of the
total-
69 that we're
Of the total kids were down. That he's
Yeah.
saying half of them are ELL.
in this category. Okay.
Okay.
Right. There's nothing else. You can adjourn the work session.
All right.